Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So I'm really excited about tonight's topic because I have heard from so many of you about, what you want to hear. As a matter of fact, my content each month and our editorial calendar is based almost strictly on what you want to hear and what matters most to you. And one of the things I keep hearing over and over again is, how can I challenge myself to make this happen this year? Make what happen? Make decluttering happen this year. As many of you know, that it is one of the top things that we want to do in the new year is to declutter our home, declutter our lives. So tonight's topic is a decluttering challenge for 2022. And as a designer, of course, I've got to have a different kind of twist on it. And I'm going to be challenging you to create your own. So if you're on this Facebook Live tonight, and many of you are, we had over 1,100 people show an interest in this topic. You must be pretty interested in finally decluttering your home in 2022. And you might have tried many times before to declutter, but you've gotten overwhelmed, frustrated, then you get stuck and you lose motivation, and then you never finish. And here you are again in 2022, when you promised yourself last year you were going to do it, now here you are again. So, and then also the problem with all of that is that the clutter just continues to build up. So you've probably read countless articles, listened to podcast after podcast, and tried every imaginable decluttering method. But chances are you listened to how someone else did it, and how someone else decluttered, and how someone else was successful. So, and it might have worked for them, and it didn't work for you. So while it's painful to admit for all of us that we might have failed at something like decluttering, that is in the past. So here you are tonight. You're here for a reason. So you're interested in taking on a new challenge for 2022 in decluttering your home and your life. So you're ready and you're willing to do what it takes to finally succeed in decluttering 2022, and I'm here to help you. So tonight I'm going to show you how to design your own personal decluttering challenge. Now, as a designer, there are certain methods that we use, and it always starts with, why? Why do you want to declutter? So, and here's the thing. When you design your own decluttering challenge, you'll be empowered, you'll be motivated, and you'll be ready to take action. Because when you develop a personal challenge that is a personal challenge, one that's very personal to you, it's done for you, your personality, and your schedule. It's designed by you and for you, not by someone else and not for someone else. So once you learn how to use this design technique to create your own personal decluttering challenge, you can actually use this technique over and over again to create new challenges each week, each month, each day, until your whole house in 2022 is finally decluttered. And once you use this technique, you know that it works for you because you've created it. It works for your schedule, and it has created then sustainable habits that you can use over and over again, so that you stay decluttered, and that you can also integrate those into your lifestyle, your schedule, so that you can finally succeed at decluttering in 2022. And the best thing of all is that you can remain decluttered. So, are you excited? And are you ready? So I'm inviting you to maybe get a pad and paper, write down these simple step-by-step processes or techniques of how to design your very own personal decluttering challenge in 2022. So the very first step is to take one area of your home that you want to declutter because it bothers you the most, or because it's impacting the quality of your life. So I'm going to use an example of a master bedroom closet. So one reason that you want to pick this area is because you might say, it takes me so much time to get ready. I keep wearing the same old clothes because I can't find other things that fit me or so forth. And then my closet is so packed with clothes that don't fit. They aren't even me anymore. So these are some of the things that you might be saying about your very own closet. So we're picking one area that bothers you because, you know, you never have anything to wear, so to speak. So if this sounds familiar, pick one area, and this is one of the to-do lists. Pick one area of your home that bothers you the most and write down why. The second step is to write down what success looks like for you in that particular area. This basically relates to your why. So once you have decluttered this area, after you've accomplished this big goal, you know, what's that going to feel like for you? What does that look like? And be very descriptive. So here's an example, again, for the master bedroom closet. So when my master bedroom closet is decluttered, number one, I can find the clothes I want when I want them, and I know exactly where they are. I know that they fit me. I know that they look good on me, and I also know that they're in good repair. So, and the other thing is I no longer waste my time looking for the things, and I feel like I have a whole new wardrobe because I go into the wardrobe and I say everything fits, it looks good, and you can honestly say then, I love my closet. So the to-do list here for you to write down is in the area that you've selected, write down what success looks like for you after you've decluttered that particular area of your home. Now you can see that I'm picking small areas, and I guess I would recommend that because typically people will say I get overwhelmed because I picked my garage or I picked my basement or whatever, and that's okay. But when you pick one area of your garage or one area of your basement or one closet, it's more manageable and you'll feel more successful because it may not take as long. Now you can have overarching goals, of course, but I think for this exercise, let's just pick one smaller area. So the third thing to write down is how will you challenge yourself to accomplish your goal in that specific area? Now this is where you get into designing your own personal challenge. Because you might say, and this would go to the closet, I'm challenging myself to get up 30 minutes early every day this week. I'm going to try on every single piece of clothing in that closet, and then I'm going to donate, consign, or dispose of those things that don't fit me, they don't look good, and they don't even feel like me anymore. And then another thing that I would challenge myself to doing is organizing the closet so I can find what I want when I want it. So one tip here is to keep these challenges simple and manageable so that you can then feel successful and then build on those successes. So the to-do list there would be to write down how you're going to challenge yourself in that particular area to, number one, feel what success looks like, and number two, what are you going to do to make that goal a reality. Number four is to share your challenge with your family and friends. So if one of your goals this year is to lose weight, if you say I'm going to lose 30 pounds, and if you say it out loud, not just to yourself, but to your friends and your family, and then when you start to lose that weight and people say, wow, you're really losing weight, there's nothing like saying it out loud. So whatever your personal decluttering challenge is this year, share it with your friends and your family and so forth. And this is basically the accountability component of the design challenge. So this accountability piece is critical to staying on track and staying motivated. So as an example with the closet, I will share my written personal challenge with my spouse, with my partner, with my friends and family, and I'm going to let them know daily what my progress is. So I'm going to say, okay, I did get up early, you know, on Saturday, and I spent 30 minutes or whatever it is that you want to do. And so the challenge there would be for you to say, you know, what are you going to do to who are you going to tell, and what are you going to let them know every single day to make sure that you are holding yourself to account. The fifth step is to make your personal challenge part of that daily routine. So just like exercise or diet, if you get up in the morning and you say, I'm going to get out and do a walk, or I'm going to do yoga, whatever I'm going to do, when you start to make it a habit, then it's going to become part of you, and you're actually going to start missing it if you don't do it. So make your personal challenge part of your daily routine. Document that daily progress. And I always like to recommend take your before and after pictures, because it's pretty motivating when you start to see one day progress, the next day progress, and just looking at that closet, you're going to say, well, I've tried on 1/3 of those clothes already, and I've only got a couple more days left, and I'm going to finish. So repetition also helps you form good habits, which is really the goal in decluttering. So acknowledge yourself for sticking with it, and you'll even start to miss doing this. If you do miss it, you'll say, wow, I missed it, and I've got to catch up this evening, or something like that. And make sure that you are tracking that progress, because when you write it down, you've already written a list down of what you're going to do and so forth, but when you write it down, you're going to be able to see it. So if you have a weight loss goal, and if you say, I'm going to lose 30 pounds by, April 1st, okay, well, how are you going to do it? So you start with the end in mind, and then you work backwards. And the same is true of decluttering. So you've got to prove it to yourself that you've got this. You can do this, and that you will succeed in 2022. And the last step in the personal decluttering challenge is to use your personal decluttering challenge and accomplishments to inspire and empower others. So when your family and your friends, your kids, see what you've accomplished, they're going to say, if she can do it, so can I. Similar to weight loss goals. One friend who I saw who had lost 30 pounds, she totally inspired me to lose weight. And, I every time I see her, I tell her that, because it was because of her that I started my own campaign. So your to-do here is to write down, who would you like to inspire and motivate to declutter this year? And by sharing your decluttering challenge and also your decluttering successes, you never know. You might just inspire someone to do something completely different than they thought that was even possible. So when you personalize your decluttering challenge, and when you design your own challenge, rather than me designing it for you or anyone else designing it for you, you'll be far more empowered, inspired, and motivated, because you'll have designed something that works specifically for you. And that's the goal. So I would like to hear from all of you, and many of you are on this call, which are in this Facebook Live, which is wonderful. I'd love to hear, what your challenges are, what your decluttering challenge, your personal decluttering challenge is, and just to overall get your feedback. So tell me about your personal challenge. You can email me at ritawilkins@ritawilkins.com, and let me know how you succeed in 2022. So, and also, if you want me to create a specific PDF for this topic, that would be, how to create your own personal decluttering challenge, I will be glad to, but email me, because those kind of things do take some time, and I'd be more than willing to do it, but it's kind of a step-by-step process, and I develop it a little bit more than just on this Facebook Live. So just remember that the editorial calendar that we create every single month is based entirely on your feedback, what matters most to you, and that's what drives me, because that's what I'm here for. All right, thanks. I hope that this helped, and I look forward to talking to you again on Thursday about design. Have a good night.